Hey guys, welcome back on the channel. So in this video, I'm going to go over the best stablecoin pairs on PancakeSwap. We are going to touch a little bit on stable pairs that do not involve stablecoins, but also, and the main focus of the video is to give you options for investing in stable pairs. So these will be tokens that are pegged to the US dollar, for example, USDC, USDT, and they are in the same liquidity pool. So you will have a stable coin liquidity pool, meaning that it will be a much safer option for people who are more conservative investors. Maybe if you are used to traditional finance and you don't like the risky side of the volatility in the crypto markets, this is going to be a good option for you. Is it completely safe? Not necessarily, because these coins can depeg. That's something that is important to have in mind. But if you go with the strongest and the most reliable, the most used pairs, it's going to be a long shot for that to happen. I will also show you how to claim after you deposit into the pools, where you need to go here on the PancakeSwap dashboard in order to claim your rewards. And have in mind, you can claim at any point in time. Liquidity pools generate you profits 24/7 as long as you are in range. It doesn't stop. It's not like traditional finance. You can claim whenever you want, how many times a day you want. It's completely up to you. So if this is something that interests you, if you want to start generating passive income with crypto in a more conservative way, this is the video for you. Watch until the end. By then, if you took value from it, like and subscribe. So let's get started and show you how you can choose the best performing pools with stablecoin options on PancakeSwap. PancakeSwap is the biggest DEX on the BNB Smart Chain, and therefore it will have a ton of volume. And that's what you need to go for if you want to generate the highest amount of profits. Now, stablecoins do take out the market volatility out of the way. They can depeg, yeah, but that's something that will be extreme, although it can happen. So have that in mind. So the first thing you need to know is that there's several different filters to find different pools here on PancakeSwap. All shows you all the liquidity pools. V3 are the concentrated liquidity pools. V2 is the older version. It's less capital efficient than the V3. You cannot play with ranges. And then StableSwap shows you all of the liquidity pools that have pegged tokens. So for example, we have here Cake paired with AS Cake. You will not experience impermanent loss in these pools unless one of the tokens depegs. Then you have MWB ETH with the wrapped B ETH. These are both liquid staking derivatives of Ethereum, so they could depeg, yeah, although that's not going to be something that is very common, especially if you're looking at legit derivatives, okay? So there's a ton of pairs here which are stable. Some have higher fee tiers than others, but if we are talking about stable coins, we have an example here, LIS USD paired with USDT. That's why you only see a 0.01% fee tier. Since this is a pool that has correlated assets, they are pegged to the same price, you will not see high fee tiers here. So these pools do need to generate a lot of volume, and even in that case, when that is the case, you will not see the same amount of rewards being generated compared with other pools that have, for example, 0.25% fee tier, 1% fee tier even. So those are all things to have in mind, but that's just because since the assets on the pair are correlated, then the risk is lower, so the rewards will also be lower. So in this specific case, we can see that there's a 12% APR, maximum APR. Most of it is coming from the farm, if we see here the APR breakdown. So in order for you to earn this 12%, the pool fee, so whenever people are trading in the pool here, it's going to generate you very low rewards. So in order for this to be very worth it for you, you should be having this position then staked on the PancakeSwap's farms. And of course, you need to have also some Cake token staked, because if you don't, you will only earn this 4.79%. That's why it's scratched. And if you want to earn almost this 12%, you need to come here onto the yield booster, have some Cake and stake it. Now looking at other stablecoin pairs here, we have USDT paired with USDX. Very low fees on this one. The LP fees are under 1%, so this is really low. It's not all that much interesting right now when I'm doing the video. Maybe when you're watching, the situation might have changed, or you might find here some other stablecoin pools, but there are others. Although we are on StableSwap, there are others. So for that, we'll come here on all. It's going to show us all the liquidity pools, and now we can search for which ones are liquidity pools for stable assets. But instead of just being hunting them down, what you could do is that you could come here on the three dots icon, you click on info. This will show you all the top performing pairs for PancakeSwap. And now we already see a couple ones here, USDT and USDC. These are two different pools. You see they have different fee tiers, and you can use this to your advantage also in order to diversify. So you could allocate a portion of your portfolio to this pool. It has a higher fee tier, but because of that, you see that the volume is also lower. And since this one has a lower fee tier, you see the volume is higher. That's because traders, when they trade, they're using protocols that optimizes their costs. So they're always trying to find the path for trading that costs the less for the user. So you'll find usually these type of pools with stablecoins at the 0.01% fee tier with a volume to TVL ratio really high. Although it doesn't mean that it will be more profitable than this one, because although the volume is lower here and the TVL is higher, so the volume to TVL ratio is not as optimal, the fee tier is, let's call it the joker. That's what's going to impact and make the difference in where a pool is being more profitable than the other or not. So these are already two options, and we're talking about probably the biggest stablecoins in DeFi, USDT and USDC. But we have this list sorted by TVL. So let's sort by volume for the past 7 days, and we'll find the best performing ones. So we find here on the fourth spot, again, it's the USDT paired with USDC with the 0.01% fee tier. And this is actually the one which, or the only stablecoin pool that is showing in the top 10 for the past week. This shows us that these couple of pools, USDT paired with USDC, will be the best performing ones. But there are others. So let's dig a little bit under the earn tab. Let's go back to the liquidity pools, because there will be others, for example with BUSD, which is a token that should be discontinued. I stopped using it because of that, but so far it has not been discontinued. So let's see what we find here on the list. An alternative also to just scrolling through the list is by just adding the tokens here under the all tokens search menu. So we can add, for example, USDT here. So we're searching for only pairs that have this, and notice for the little icon here for the BNB Smart Chain, this will show us on which blockchain the token for the liquidity pool will be on, because there will be others, for example, on Ethereum, because PancakeSwap is also deployed in several blockchains, not only the BNB Smart Chain. But if you are a complete beginner, I would say stay away from Ethereum just because of the gas fee cost. Now let's see what else can we find here on the BNB chain. Okay, so let's also add AXL USDC, USDC, also BUSD. So this gives us already an idea. You will find other pairs here, for example, Ethereum paired with USDT, because it's not going to filter this out. It's going to show you all the pools that include at least one of these tokens that we just entered on the search bar. So let's go through the list and find something which is a stablecoin pair. So we just found USDC paired with BUSD. The APR is not crazy, it's 3% on this one, but you'll not find crazy APRs with these liquidity pools because they're stable coins. So the best option, of course, is going to the best performing liquidity pools, because those will always generate the highest amount of volume and they will perform the best overall over time. Also another one here, AXL USDC paired with USDT. This one has a better APR, although a portion of it is also coming from the farms. So that's also something important for you to consider. If you are not staking cake, the total APR will be around 10% right now, but this will change over time. It will mostly depend on markets conditions, volume, etc. But let's say you want to deposit on this one just for the sake of exampling, and you'll have to click it. Then click on add liquidity, You'll add an amount of USDC, USDT. You can still select ranges because this is on the V3 liquidity pools. And although they are stable coins, you'll see that they will be having a price around $1, but it's not going to be always $1. It's going to be sometimes 99 cents, sometimes a little over $1. So it will fluctuate a little bit. So you can set up different ranges because of that. Just know that the tighter your range is, the higher the APR will be. So let's see here. So you see the APR here is 1%. If we squeeze that range a little bit tighter, the APR keeps on going higher, but it comes at the cost of going out of range and then you stop generating fees. But once you enter your deposit amounts, you just go through with the transaction, you click enter an amount, you approve the usage of the tokens. If you never approve that on PancakeSwap, then you'll have to confirm the transaction. It's going to be a couple, 2-3 transactions that you need to approve, and then your liquidity will be deployed. Once it is deployed, depending on the pool that you choose, you can stake it in the farms. After that, it starts generating profits right away, 24/7. As long as it is in range, it will generate you rewards. And also do remember that since PancakeSwap is deployed in several different blockchains, you can come here into the drop down menu and select something else other than BNB Smart Chain. For example, let's go here on Ethereum. Have in mind that the gas costs here are insanely high compared with all the other chains that they have on the list, but the procedure is just the same. We go down to top pairs, click onto the volume for the past 7 days to see which pools have the best performance, and we see already here the second one is USDC paired with USDT, 0.01% fee tier, volume to TVL ratio not looking good, so we'll definitely find something better in other blockchains. So let's go, for example, on Arbitrum. This tends to have also very good volume. So on Arbitrum, we have already sorted things out by volume for the past week, and we have already USDC, USDT pair again here, much more volume on this one. The volume to TVL ratio in this one is higher than 1, so this one is a much better option. There's another pair, USDC paired with AXL USDC. Let's check out on Base. Base also has a ton of volume, is probably going to do even better. So seeing the top pairs again, and actually here on Base we have a different stablecoin pair. We have Euro C paired with USDC, excellent volume to TVL ratio, or even straight up from the farm liquidity tab, we can sort things out by network. Let's go here, check what's happening with Base, and there's a good one here, USDC paired with USDC BC, double digits APR, although most of it is on the farm, so probably there's going to be better options for people who are not willing to have the farm rewards. Another one here, USDC paired with USDC Plus, but again, most of the rewards are coming from the farm APR. So this is liquidity positions, liquidity pools that are being incentivized. But here on Base, there's much more options when it comes to liquidity pool farms. For stablecoins right now, USDC paired with USD Plus, 4% LP APR. This one is much better. This one has 17% LP fee APR, and overall the APR is higher. So overall you get the idea how to find pools on PancakeSwap across different blockchains, sort them out by APR and see what is going to work best for your specific case. If you want to collect your rewards, you'll need to come here into the My Positions tab. Once you click it, you'll have your positions available. I'll use this one as an example. So this position has a farming staking pool also. You can see here the cake that it has earned me, 0.06 cake, which is currently 17 cents. This depends on the value of the cake token, of course. Right now it's $2.5. If you want to collect your cake, you click the harvest button. It will put this number back to 0 and send the rewards in cake to your wallet. If you want to claim your liquidity pool fees, you'll have to click here on the position itself, and then this dashboard will show up. You see the unclaimed fees here are 42 cents. So this is very important. I made this position specifically to show you something that you have to account for if you are not deploying that big of liquidity positions. For example, this position is around $25. So if I go and click collect, gives this prompt, I click collect again, and then look at the fees that usually I will pay on BNB Smart Chain. So 21 cents in fees, right? I'm going to cancel this because 21 cents is virtually half of the amount of fees that I generated. So if that's the case with you, if you are depositing small portions it's not going to be profitable to keep claiming very often. So this is something that is a very useful tip for beginners, and the same thing goes here for the cake that I have earned in the farm. I have so far 17 cents. If I click harvest, I will pay roughly probably more than half of that. Doesn't make all that much sense. So have those things in mind, okay? So I hope this clears things out. I got a ton of questions about how to claim, where to go for claiming. That's here under your positions. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'm going to be sharing more information about how to earn with Cake in 2025. Like and subscribe for more of this type of content. I'll see you on the next one.